right, here we are. We're live. First time going live on the computer.
What's that circling? Live video is starting.
Close.
Action needed.
No, we're live. It says. What happened?
Customize your dashboard in live producing.
No, we're live. No, we're live, Lenore.
Oh.
That's
okay.
See, you just looked, didn't it?
Yeah.
What does it look like on there? Yep, we're live. Yay! This is the first time I went live on my computer. So people won't be like, we keep seeing y'all side, not half of you cut off, because you got to scoot in. Okay. People won't say they keep seeing me halfway when I do the phone where I'm halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Here we go. People are going to be like, okay, what y'all talking about?
With you?
All right, here we go. All right, I can see my backdrop. All right, I'll move it out. Whatever.
Who cares?
All right, so next time, the backdrop will go all the way across. So
It's only 3 feet. We need a 6-footer.
Yeah, all right.
A little wider than we thought.
Mm-hmm. Your mama. All right. Okay, so we watched the Katt Williams special on Netflix. Mm-hmm. It's been a couple of years since Katt Williams has been on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. When you go live, how do you see people's comments? That's the thing.
Do I have to look over here?
You might have to look over there. Isn't that something? I think you have to look over there to see their comments.
Like, see? You don't see
I
that
apologize.
Right there?
No, we don't see that, Sammy. I apologize for the other night. I was, what did he say?
Tipsy.
That's all right.
We love it when
we were still cracking on you anyway, Sammy. But you know what? You don't see they comments on here. No, you have to look at the phone. I wonder that's why people do that sometimes.
I don't know. They probably have the phone and the...
Yeah.
Action needed.
I don't know. These people going to be like... We'll figure this all out.
If that keep popping up.
We'll figure it out, guys. We'll figure it out, guys.
Using different technology.
But this is the phone because I wanted the Woods report to show not backwards. And on the phone it shows backwards.
Like
so I'm gonna have to do it on the computer. This is we old as you. If anybody young watching, they like, man, these suckers is young. Old. They old.
Yeah, they think they're young.
Well, anyway, I'm not used to seeing myself not sideways. Because when I'm sideways, I cut myself off. I don't show my full size.
Why does that keep popping up?
It doesn't matter, Lenore. They can't see that. See?
Oh,
they don't see that.
Okay.
Okay, so Katt Williams had a special on Netflix.
You had me watch it.
Yes. First of all, let's start off. Do we start off with the bad or the good? End with the good. How you want to do this? Let's start off with the good. Let's start off with the good.
Okay.
And then go to the bad, and then end on a good note.
People are saying there's bad with Katt Williams.
Okay, hold on. Everybody relax.
I'm telling his jokes.
Everybody calm down. Okay. First of all, I love. Oh, see, you're gonna be shaking the table like you was doing last time. First of all, I love Katt Williams. All right? So let's just get that out the way. Anything that I may say is all in love. And because I appreciate his comedy and I think he's a genius. Okay? He's up there with the legends, in my opinion. Like when you name some of the best comedians of all time, I think Katt Williams is up there. Okay. So I already got high expectations. The same way we do when Dave Chappelle does a special. The same way we do. You know, anybody, if Eddie Murphy came out with one, I feel sorry for him. Because we will all expect the Eddie Murphy from, Party All the Time decade.
That leather suit.
So, I know. And he was the first person to do that, and Brothers was like, okay, I guess he can get away with it. But,
Like Prince get away with ruffles and
high heels and lace and wearing women's underwear. And for some reason, y'all never talk about Prince. But that's okay. He wore lingerie. Panties and all that stuff.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, Prince.
With the little garter thing, belts and... You didn't see Prince in...
I missed that one.
Yeah, Prince. Lord. But nobody ever questioned whether he was manly or anything. But anyway, I digress.
Okay.
We doing that again.
Yeah,
we do that. We're bad at doing that. But anyway, so Katt Williams started off. The good things, I like what he said. I like when he started talking about chicken wings. I think that's the number one clip everybody talks about, the chicken wings.
Okay.
How you gonna have, I can't do his voice.
He said they were low on
How you gonna have a shortage on chicken wings, but you ain't got no shortage on thighs?
Right. The chicken got, what, 2 legs, 2 thighs?
He was talking about...
And
only Katt Williams can talk for about 10 or 15 minutes on chicken wings and thighs, and the audience is laughing, obviously. Okay. And say that God meant for us to eat chickens because they don't fly.
They can't fly.
He said black brothers... He said people be getting ready to come out for their spicy 3-2-piece, and then the chicken fly off. He'd be like... God, I can't believe that. He said, you know, the black man ain't gonna chase after no chicken. He said, you just be looking at it fly up in there like, I was all ready to get me a spicy chicken wing. And then that chicken gonna leave like that. And then he said, where y'all get all these spider leg chickens that got all these thighs but no wings? He said, now, first of all, then he broke down the chicken. Yeah. Talked about the parts of the chicken. There's a head. 2 wings, 2 legs, the breast. So that was funny.
Right. That was.
Will Renee say, "Oh my God, we are only a few minutes in, and you all killing me. I'm so glad y'all are doing this. I watch y'all, and I'm like, man, they need a show. Ah, thanks, Renee. Lenore, things keep popping up, y'all, because we don't.
Close that one too.
Things keep popping up, but y'all don't see
remember
it.
It's a delay here.
Oh,
it's a delay. We're ahead here, and there's a
wow.
delay. So they don't get the comment until maybe a minute.
It sure is. Okay, we learning this now. We learning this. That's why people do all that when you watch them on YouTube. They always looking over to the side and looking at stuff, and then they always coming back here, and then it be a delay. Okay, I'm getting it now. Delay, yeah. But you can't keep talking about this stuff. It's gonna keep popping up.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
what? Let's see.
That was funny.
Okay, definitely the Biden joke.
The Biden, he said, I don't know what y'all expect from Biden. The man is 96.
No, I think he started with. Every time he mentioned him, he went up another age.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He said the man is 96 years old. Right, and then he kept talking about him. He said, y'all need to leave that man alone. He's 97 years old. He kept talking about him, and every time he kept saying his name, he kept going up and up and up. That man is 99 years old, and the audience was dying laughing.
He did an example of them asking him a question at the press
conference. Yes.
I think he kind of answered it.
Right. No, he made everything go. He said he'll never answer your question. Right. It go back to the pandemic.
Right.
So what you think about, whatever, I just make up something. The food shortage is going on.
Right.
Well, every American needs a chicken, and you need to go out and get vaccinated. He said everything. Leave that man alone. He's 99 years old. That was funny. If anybody's going to push the vaccine, this man is 100 years old. He going to push that vaccine.
And he was wrong.
He kept going up on his age every time he talked about it.
He was wrong when he talked about, y'all didn't hear nothing from Kamala, did you?
He said Kamala. He got down behind the chair. He said, this Kamala at the press conference.
Is it safe to come out?
I said, you wrong, Chad.
I ain't coming out. Eyes are scared.
He is so wrong. But that was funny. That was funny.
Okay.
Then he talked about during the pandemic, nothing made him want to have a big woman. He said he decided.
That little old man. That little.
He said you roll over because he little. Okay. He rolled over next to her. You don't feel no safer. You feel a big woman, and she cook. You ain't gotta go outside. Risk getting sick. She gonna cook, which is a lie. Because she can't cook.
Okay.
So all big women can't cook.
Right.
But that's just funny. It was funny.
That little body.
If she roll over him, but then it could be detrimental to you because he little.
Yes.
So she can roll
over on him.
And if the pandemic don't kill you, she will.
So he'll be pipped down for real.
Okay, so he was funny.
Those are the few. I think you said a lot of people was giving comments that he wasn't that good.
Here's the thing. It's not that he's not good. He's Katt Williams. You expect your expectations, and this is what we're gonna start talking about
this. Yeah.
Should your expectations be that high on a comedian who you know is good? Mm-hmm. It's like Eddie Murphy. If Eddie Murphy came out now and everybody was like, he's not that funny. Older. Does he have to be? Because he was, and you know he's funny.
People don't think about that, though, because you want the Eddie Murphy. You want, if Richard Pryor was still alive and older, you want that same humor. If Bernie Mac was still alive and got older, because a lot of people say as they get older, they kind of get stale.
I think it's not older.
They're slowing down. They're not as funny.
I don't think it's older. I think more successful. Because when you first come out, you got to prove yourself. You got maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes on stage. Yeah. And if you're not funny, people not going to book you no more.
To get a following, and you're trying to be funny.
And
especially depending on your audience.
And you don't have the life experience of somebody that's successful.
Well.
So you can talk about, like how we talking right now.
Right.
You can talk about Eddie Murphy and Katt Williams and all that, but imagine knowing them. See, your jokes change. I can crack on Katt Williams and Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence and all of them, but imagine me knowing them in real life. I'm more famous now, so now these people actually in my life. Or just any celebrity, like Denzel Washington or Cardi B or whatever. Your joke's gonna hit different because I know you now versus before. That's how I feel.
And then too, life changes. When do you cut off as far as doing stand-up comedy too?
That's true.
Because even as Steve Harvey is getting older, I know that one show he did, first time he did it in front of a Christian audience with TD Jakes.
Right.
And it was mainly on the lines of not using profanity.
Right.
Y'all just keep praying for me because that's a hard thing.
Well, see, for him,
so you gotta change.
But he was probably funny, wasn't he? He was funny.
He was funny because he even talked about church stuff.
He was funny because he was raw and out of his element. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like, for me, the problem I had with Katt Williams' special, he tried to do Katt Williams that we know Katt Williams.
But he's gonna be Katt Williams.
But I think he should have did different. I think he should, because Katt Williams is physical. I don't know. Do I want to see Katt Williams go back and forth on the stage walking, or do I want to see Katt Williams sitting down? See, I don't know if I want to see him sitting down, but is he at a point now in his life where he can be like Dave Chappelle, where he just kind of sit or just put his leg up on the stand and just tell jokes?
Not so much slapstick and moving around and stuff. They have to change their way of presenting their jokes.
Yeah. I think he was trying to please the people in the audience. Like, we laughed when he went down on the chair and pretend like he was Kamala Harris.
I told Kim, I said I had to turn it off a little bit because he got a little vulgar.
Well, that's Katt Williams.
I know. And I told Kim, I said the only thing that I have a problem with some of the rated R, rated X comedians, especially the women. A lot of women do a lot of sexual jokes.
Because people don't expect us to do anything else.
I'm fine with you. I can take a little bit of the messy, the dirty, the profanity. But if it's like the whole 15 minutes is a woman's vagina.
Right.
After a while, you're like, really? That's all you got?
But I think, for me...
Because even you're a Katt Williams lover more than I am.
Here's the thing. I think Katt Williams is successful enough where he doesn't have to do 20 minutes on a woman's vagina.
Right.
It's like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle could talk about a woman's vagina, but he's so smart and so good. You know what I'm saying?
The way he delivers.
He's so good and intelligent and able. Katt Williams is an intelligent comedian, so he doesn't have to go for low fruit. That's my opinion. He's smart enough not to.
Well, you had said he made that one comment about that word, peripheral.
Yeah, y'all know if y'all watch Katt Williams, his old one, when he was saying niggas is out in the street talking about y'all be getting mad and fighting over anything. I told this one dude I saw him out of my peripheral vision, and he wanted to fight, got all mad. Come on, don't be saying you saw cussing me out. He said, nigga, you don't even know what the word peripheral means. You ready to fight? Y'all some ignorant niggas. That's why I like Katt Williams. Yeah. You out on the street fighting over the word peripheral. You don't even know what it means. He's intelligent enough till he doesn't have to do low-hanging fruit. That's how I feel.
I asked him the question. We had to think about it. As comedians get older,
is there
they
get crankier?
they get crankier. I don't know, because right now, if you were to hear Martin Lawrence doing stand-up, will he be...
Martin Lawrence
wouldn't be the old Martin Lawrence that he was with Gina and Pam and
Martin
all of them.
Lawrence is married now. You know what I'm saying? His kids is old.
So there is a great...
They're rich.
Is that a graveyard for comedians? Like right now, people probably think Steve Harvey, he tell too many... how to get yourself together, and we don't want to hear that, Steve.
I think you can still
cuss a man out.
Here's what they got to understand.
What?
As comedians, and here am I. I'm nobody. I'm sitting here in my living room, and they
so
all rich.
But
I'll give my opinion.
Give insight.
I think they should just shift. That's all.
Shift to
They're
what,
still
though?
funny, but you're not. The audience is expecting you to still be the old person that you are. Mm-hmm. You never gonna be that person no more because you're too successful. That's what I said. You're too successful and you know stuff. So now you gotta be more like, you gotta almost be turned into like
way to do your...
you gotta shift or find something different.
New topic to talk
like you
about.
said, Steve Harvey.
You
You said Steve Harvey said he wanted to do Christian.
He wanted to see if he could do jokes without cussing.
Now that shifted him.
Yeah.
See, and that made him funnier because he was out of his element.
Yeah.
Comedians to me are funnier when they're out of their element.
You think?
If you are normally used to talking to a black audience, and let's just say
the black audience is much harder.
Yeah, much harder.
Much harder.
Yeah, much harder.
Yeah.
But let's say you used to do it like Katt Williams. He on Netflix now, right? So his audience is, everybody is watching him, not just black people, everybody.
Right.
I felt like he should have pushed himself, and I felt like he should have, the parts when he was talking about Joe Biden, the parts when he was talking about, why'd you gonna mess up the thing?
Okay.
The parts when he was talking about Joe Biden, the parts when he was talking about the chicken and things like that.
Right.
I felt like that was funny, and a broad group of audience could listen to it.
Okay, everybody would laugh.
You
at
saw
that.
how you tuned out when he did 20 minutes or whatever on a woman's vagina.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And Katt Williams is at a point now, in my opinion, where he don't have to do that. He could go. He should be able to do a whole Netflix special and not be offensive or anything like that.
How many comedians, actually, if we were to think about all the comedians, how many comedians can capture an audience by themselves? Because most of the shows we've gone to have been like at least 5 or 6 of them. There'll be one that'll host, kind of like the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah.
There'll be one guy that come on and host, and he'll be laughing as he come and bring back one on, and one go off, and one to come on with
How
his
many
style.
could do a whole hour by themselves?
That's a hard thing to keep people laughing.
That's a hard
for
one.
an entire, like Dave Chappelle
hour.
mastered that.
I think
You had me watch the most recent Dave Chappelle, which was a lot of controversy because a lot of the stuff he talked about.
he's still funny.
I love Dave Chappelle because he
Slow his joke down. That's what I'm saying with Katt. And then I get torn between this.
Okay.
I'm not trying to turn Katt Williams into Dave Chappelle.
Right.
You
He
see
has
what I'm
his own
saying?
style, yeah.
He has his own style, but it's almost like he's like a rap artist. Maybe that's it. He's so raw. He's like a rap artist, right? If Tupac was alive, he wouldn't still be doing Thug Life with his shirt off.
Okay.
He got to shift.
Oh, because he's getting older.
He's
Like
getting
Snoop
older.
is. Snoop is getting older.
Yeah. He's still doing the crip walk. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. But this dude doing shows with Martha Stewart.
What is it? He's what's the word when you
Revamping yourself.
Whatever that word is. He's on another
That's
level
what
now.
That's what I want for
They
Katt
got,
Williams. That's what I want.
John doing home renovation.
That's what I want.
Y'all got a rapper,
Yes, that's what
doing. So maybe these comedians
shift.
Because Steve Harvey has.
I would like for Katt Williams to shift.
What are you gonna shift to though? He always getting in trouble.
Oh man,
he got in trouble. What, 5 years ago? He got arrested for something.
His funniest
he
thing.
Ain't ready to shift.
Yes, he is, because when I watched the special, I felt like that Joe Biden he could have kept along those lines of political humor, and I felt like he's 9 years old. That's just funny to me. He's funny enough, he's clever enough, and he's smart enough to shift. That would be my thing. But I think it was funny. It was not as good as I expected
Amber,
it to be.
you know what? Another thing I noticed too,
if you go watch the Netflix, some of y'all can tell me whether y'all watched it or not. Was that the funny Katt Williams that you used to seeing. I say no.
I say no.
But he was still funny.
Right.
You know, out of respect, you say he's still funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Well, because what were some of the negative comments people were posting about him not as funny on this Netflix?
Not as raw. They probably want him to be even more edgy.
Really?
And I felt like he's too old to be all edgy like that. That's just my opinion.
You edgy at the age level that you are. I mean, he's
calmed it down because he knew he was on Netflix.
What? Here's the thing, and we gotta give all fairness to comedians. They have their good nights and they have their bad nights. Because I remember Trevor, the one who did
Trevor Noah's so funny.
He did his first stand-up comedy show. And he led up and he did a little documentary of it, and he was very nervous because he didn't know how it was going to flow.
Right.
And because people don't think of him as a stand-up comedian.
And he did stand up at that White House press conference.
He did very well on that documentary. So if you get a chance, watch Trevor. What's Trevor's last name?
Noah.
Trevor
funny.
Noah. So I want to say sometimes comedians have their bad nights. I know when I went to the Kings of Comedy, I'm not a D.L. Hughley fan.
And I like D.L. Hughley.
I like the other three.
He's smart.
Yeah, he is. I give him that. But I don't like his style of
You like
jokes.
silly humor.
I like a mixture.
Yeah.
I like a mixture. And one thing, you help me to be open to different kinds of humor. No matter how nasty, vulgar, silly, stupid. I had a coworker that didn't like slapstick comedy. I love slapstick comedy. Pop somebody in the head.
I can watch the Three Stooges.
Do one of those numbers.
And they don't even have to say nothing. Just the fact that Curly is talking and Mo hit him in the head. How can you not laugh at that?
Shut up.
It's the dumbest thing in the world. I love it. Put your fingers up his nose and pull it to you.
And you
Make it go up. Boom, boom, boom.
I gotta tell this story. I had braces when I was younger.
Oh Lord, here we go. She tell this story all the time.
She would always do this to me. She would be like she pretending to punch me.
That's Three Stooges.
She would come towards my face, and she would go.
And I try to see how close I can get.
She hit me right in my mouth. I got braces, and they hurt so bad. And she was like, "Oops, I'm sorry," and ran away. But that was a slapstick comedy move, and I love it. We crazy.
That was so funny.
We've been talking about our mom when she falls. We laugh. But we say, "You okay, Mom? Mom, you okay?"
After we laugh.
Then we laugh.
No, we laugh first. Yeah. Then ask her if she okay.
We don't laugh as hard first because we got to see if she okay.
Once you okay, it's all bets are off.
Popping. So you may get in the car. I may get in the car and I may hit my hand on something. But you hit your hand.
But here's the thing. But that type of humor.
Yeah,
you can be 80 years old and still do slapstick humor. Lucy, Lucille Ball is my favorite female.
See no old comedians. That's what we're talking about. What comedians out there are old?
Having that fake nose and lighting a cigarette,
trying to be,
and the nose catch on fire, and she acting like she crossing her legs and still drinking her drink, and her nose is on fire, and Ricky is like. Hilarious.
I love it. Okay.
You can't beat that.
And some people don't like that kind of humor.
Some people don't like the Three Stooges. They don't like the gang, the Little Rascals. I like the Little Rascals.
Who's your favorite comedian? Some people, if you were to ask people out in the audience, because Kim and I were...
My favorite male comedian is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. We like a lot of different kind of comedy, and we will mention a comedian's name, and then some people go in. Like Ellen. I love Ellen.
Ellen is funny.
I love the way she tells
Ellen,
jokes.
the first joke I ever remember Ellen talk about was walking on the beach.
Uh-huh.
And she said, I like to get out. I was walking on the beach, and I stepped on a giant crab. Well, actually, it wasn't a crab. It was a piece of glass. Actually, it wasn't a piece of glass. It was a bottle top. I love her because her humor is she lies.
Yeah.
Her humor is lies.
It's a story.
She'll lie.
Ellen, where you going with this?
She'll lie, and then she'll tell you the truth. And she'll start off with the most outrageous thing. I was walking and I fell off a building. Okay, it wasn't a building. I actually fell off a curb. Well, I didn't even really fall. Actually, I was just walking. I wasn't even walking. I never walked. I love Ellen.
I love
and I love Norm. Norm died. Norm was the one that did the joke. I could go on and on about
Norm?
Norm Macdonald, who was on SNL. He was the one that talked about them having phones in the car. And whose bright idea was that? And you be on the phone and you get in an accident.
Oh,
and then he
yes.
said, what do you say
What do you
when
say while
he
you're in
said,
an
what
accident?
do you say to the person on the other line that's
yeah.
talking to you?
They're in
You're
an
like, yeah,
accident.
Joe, so, and then you hit somebody, whoa, whoa. He said, you be on the other line like, he said, then the person in, they be like,
you okay? What's going on? You in the car accident? What's going on, man? What's going on?
And he said, you be like, so.
Maybe
I should let you go. You can come in.
Did he write for Seinfeld? Because
I don't
Seinfeld
know.
had an episode on that.
Was it Seinfeld or was it Norm Macdonald?
I think it was Seinfeld.
I don't know. I like Seinfeld and I like Norm Macdonald, but I believe that was Norm Macdonald
and
that did
Curb
that.
Your Enthusiasm.
Larry David.
So people don't like. We're pretty open to all kinds of humor.
So I guess
I love that.
I guess my thing is, can you fall off as a comedian, or do we still give them the same respect as being our favorite? It's almost like the same as a singer.
Yeah.
If you think of Aretha
Old
Franklin in her
singers who
prime,
get cracked when they try to sing.
if
on a
you
new
go,
show, you're like,
oh no, we don't even have to do Aretha Franklin.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan right now.
She tried to hit those. He tried to hit
Do
those
we
high
give
notes.
her the respect
Like,
because we know what she could sound like?
No.
Stevie Wonder. Do we give him the respect when he sings?
He's cracked a few times.
Because we know what
But he's the awesome singer, producer, writer.
When he's singing Ribbon in the Sky now and he off, do we think of the old Stevie Wonder singing Ribbon in the Sky? Or do we judge him? I don't care about the old Stevie Wonder. I'm judging you the way you sing it right now.
I know. We're hard on each other with that. Because you expect that craft to still be at its excellence level, or don't use it.
Mariah Carey.
Don't sing no more.
All of them.
If you can't deliver.
So a comedian can. I think a comedian is the same then. As a singer,
funny,
as a dancer, as anything. You get older.
Right. Unless you have a situation like Chris Rock. Some people like Chris Rock, some don't. But after that slap incident,
yeah,
his audience built.
He sold
a lot of tickets.
But he's still not the same raw Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like even in his good prime right now, I just think you should shift. That's all. That's my question.
Well,
my
think
answer.
Of a creative way to do it.
Stevie Wonder shouldn't be singing high notes anymore. He should just go. He can sing the same
notes.
songs or sing low, or have somebody sing with you that sounds like you, and they can sing those notes.
That's very creative.
I just think you need to be creative.
Well, that's what Sinbad did on that one of the shows we went to in Chicago. He had a sidekick. He don't normally have anybody on stage with him.
He brought out a young guy.
He made him be the
physical, and then he just cracked on him.
Yeah.
Because Sinbad is funny when he crack on you.
Yeah.
You're right. You got to shift.
Yeah,
you got to
shift. Different flow for him because he's usually on the stage by himself. But Sinbad had another guy
baby.
on
She said his wife looking at him on the beach, looking at that lady. Remember, that's his favorite joke.
Yeah.
Nah, baby, I ain't looking at that sexy woman in that bikini. I like the way your butt just drag along the sand. Yeah,
I'm looking at you, baby.
I love Sinbad. He's funny.
But I guess a comedian, if you got that gift of humor, you're gonna always have it.
You're gonna always be funny, but you gotta shift. You gotta shift though.
You may not be as funny, as raw.
You gotta shift. You gotta go. You can't be the old person that you are, but you can still be funny. That would be my suggestion for Katt Williams. Okay. I felt like it would have been funnier had he shifted. That's my opinion.
Okay.
He was still trying to be old Katt Williams, running the stage, physical, which he was funny. What was the thing when he kept pointing? Was that the chicken?
Point at what?
We kept doing his body like this.
I don't know.
Was that the chicken?
I can't remember.
I think that was the chicken.
Because I tried to watch the whole show.
I can't remember, y'all.
Okay.
But, okay, so that was our take on it. Mm-hmm. Let us know what y'all think. I'm posting this on YouTube. So, comment down below. Like, share, subscribe. And we're going to keep working on this. I like this now, though, because we can at least show ourselves. And we don't, in the Woods Reporter show, we'll work on the backdrop so it goes all the way across.
Yeah, it's kind of
because that's a little
there.
tacky right now.
Well,
we'll work on it. More light. Y'all can watch us grow.
We're not at a diagonal like we normally are.
We're still kind of diagonal, but not as much.
No, not as much.
Okay. All right, y'all, because you almost out. See, I look like I take up the whole screen, and I look way bigger than you do right now, and I am not that much bigger than you.
That's a joke. I can use that as a joke. Kim, one thing about our family, when you give a little way to a comedian, go with it. So when she said,
I look a little
I'm not
skinnier.
as wide as you, I can crack on. Some people are
I think the more I lean in, the skinnier I look.
turn sideways. Well, I'll get a black shirt, maybe with our logo, because black makes you look thin, no matter which way you
know
turn.
what? Maybe the closer I get, because you don't see as much in my body.
I can do this logo in white and get a black shirt.
Oh, that's true.
Can do that, or dark colored shirts.
I don't think black is gonna make a difference though.
Well, no, not for you.
If you big, okay. If you big, black, fat people crack me up talking about they wear all black. You just a big person in all black.
It helps.
You just a big black person.
It helps, so.
You just a big giant black shadow coming at somebody.
It's better to wear black than to wear
I don't think black is always slimming.
No.
If you wear spandex black pants, I don't care what color they are, you look big.
No. In comparison to a bright
color, yeah, you're right. If you wear yellow or white pants and yellow and
wearing gold
and white, you know what? You made me think of my ex-husband. I wasn't as heavy then as
no, she wasn't,
as I am now, and he had the nerve
he was
to
tall
crack
and
on.
skinny.
He cracked on Karen Clark.
He did.
Is that Karen Clark, the heavy one?
No, he cracked on what's her name with the leather.
That's what I just said. Karen Clark.
That wasn't Karen Clark.
Who
that
was
was
that?
what's her name?
Not Karen Clark. Karen, what's her name? You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about, but she
is a big woman.
She sings both.
And she had a leather suit on. And he said,
you don't remember her name.
Look it up. He said, I wonder how many cows died to make that suit.
How would I look her up? How would I look her Y'all know
and
what
I
said she had lost a lot
it's
of weight.
Karen.
It's not Karen Clark. She lost a lot of weight.
Not Karen Clark.
And
Karen.
her hips is big.
All you gotta do is go out, Lenore. What's that song? God's
It wasn't Karen with the leather suit. It was that other chick. You don't remember?
It's
She
Karen.
does secular.
Karen.
It was a blue. She had a blue. It was like a powder blue leather, right?
She had on a leather suit.
Yeah.
And he said, I wonder how many cows died. Dang.
It wasn't Karen Clark. I would remember that.
But isn't her name Karen?
No.
Kelly
Price.
Kelly Price.
Now how you gonna get Karen and Kelly?
It was Kelly Price. She had on a leather suit, and he said, I wonder how many cows died to make that suit.
And that was mean.
And I was smaller. I was smaller than I am now, and I said, that's not nice. I said, so if I wore a leather suit.
You would ask how many cows died for that.
And he tried to pull that Sinbad thing. No, I ain't talking about you. I said, no, you said
her.
Kelly Price. How many cows died to wear that buy that suit? So if I bought a leather jacket or suit, would you say how many cows died to buy that suit? No, he said, no, I wouldn't say that. I said, yes, you would. You wouldn't say it to me, but you would say it in your head. Yes, you would. And then he was cracking or something one day. He said, no, that's why we look like 10 walking down the street. I can't stand him. That's why he my ex-husband. No, that was funny. That was funny.
10 is a more narrow. It's probably
no. He was tall.
No. I'm saying it's really a 1 and a capital O.
What?
A 0 is more narrow. A 0 is not short. You're shorter than it was a 1 and a capital letter O.
It's funnier to say 10 walking down the street.
I know.
But anyway, that was funny. But that's how y'all be cracking in y'all head. Y'all don't say stuff, and some of y'all crack on y'all significant other, but y'all never tell them in their life. And you know sometimes your husband look like a worm, or he look like a lizard or something, and you will never say it. Or you know your wife, she come out and y'all be looking like, but you'll never say nothing to her.
You look good. Come on, honey, let's go.
Y'all know y'all wrong for that. Tell people the truth.
No, you can't. You have to do it in love.
All right, y'all. So do it in love.
But that was it. That was your purpose for having this show.
Yeah, just shift. Mm-hmm. I don't think.
Well, I don't know if they all know how to shift or got an ideal of
they
where their
smart
next
enough.
career move will be.
They smart enough.
Using their humor. Maybe he need to be on TV shows.
They too afraid to put Katt Williams on TV, even though he could do it.
He can be rated PG.
If they do another Fridays, he'll be in it.
Eddie Murphy did it.
If they do another Fridays, which I think they will.
You think?
Because Chris Tucker said he'll do it if DC Young Fly plays his son. If you bring Katt Williams back in there, it's over. He's still a pimp, even in the new one coming up. And Michael, can you imagine that movie with Michael Epps, Chris Tucker, DC Young Fly, Katt Williams? Can you imagine that?
That would be a good one. That would be.
Wasn't Ricky Smiley in that?
Yeah. Well, he was in the one Santa Claus, the one that.
He was still in that movie too.
Was it? Okay, Santa Claus ripping them off.
Yeah, still in. So with can you imagine all of them in that movie? All right, y'all. Okay.
And what's his name that played his uncle? Oh, what's his name is dead. His dad.
Don't come in here for about 30 minutes or something, he said.
Oh,
and that
John
dog.
Witherspoon.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
I miss funny. John Witherspoon. Okay.
That's funny. John Witherspoon was funny.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that was our take on Katt Williams' new show. He needs to shift. That's my thing. Okay. And my take on, I guess we talked about comedy a little bit all the way through.
Yeah.
So if you guys, again, like, share, subscribe. We're going to post this on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like our videos. You could say you knew us when, before we become famous. Because we will become famous, I can tell you that right now, or gonna make money. I'd rather have money than fame, though. I'll take money over fame any day.
Yeah, that's true.
But, so there you guys go. You good?
I'm good.
That was another Woods Report. See you tomorrow. In this live now, you'll be able to choose if you want to save